35 years ago, one man from Idaho, Louis Davenport, was led by the Lord to travel to Matamoros, Mexico, and the Magdiel Bible School in his 18-wheeler. He was there to supply beans, rice, and potatoes for the school. Faithfully, he has continued this mission, increasing his outreach to include Acuña, Reynosa, and Nuevo Laredo. The beans, rice, potatoes, and eggs, and other goods needed to be distributed to various missions, orphanages, and Bible colleges, and that is when several men partnered with Louis and his vision. Thus, Power Ministry was founded. Power Ministry is a non-profit organization run by volunteers. POWER is an acronym for Purposeful Outreach with Eternal Results. The ministry adopted Acts 1:8 as its theme verse, the final words of Jesus before he ascended into heaven. But you will receive power when the Holy Spirit comes on you, and you will be my witnesses in Jerusalem and in all Judea and Samaria and even to the remotest part of the earth. For 16 days in January, the Texas-Mexican border was the remotest part of the earth for 131 men. These men came from 3 countries, 13 different states, representing 50 churches, with one purpose: to be used by God. The humble beginnings of distributing food has grown over the years to include building houses and churches, encouraging Bible college students, playing with orphan children at carnivals, performing puppet shows, feeding thousands, visiting those incarcerated in prison, sharing a meal with local pastors, ministering to missionaries, and of course, bonding with other Christian men on the trip. Each participant is stretched in new directions, returning home a better husband, father, son, friend, co-worker, and servant for the Lord. Each trip has provided those who participate an opportunity to focus on God alone and serving Him. As egos and selfishness are left behind, the Holy Spirit unites the team to fulfill His purpose. United as one, God is able to take control, and that is when He can truly begin to work. With God in control, each day presents a new to-do list, but the one constant is always morning devotions. Worship, prayer, and a devotion helps to set our minds on the things above and on the one who will empower us through our long to-do lists. Let's take a look at the to-do list that God accomplished this year. Although pictures reveal the many projects we completed, keep in mind they can never convey the emotions, thoughts, or feelings we each work through. In Acuña, many projects were completed. We were able to build a church, started in week 1 and completed in week 2. A major expansion was added on to another church, and a third church, Sunday school classrooms were added. A fence was built at Mini Mission 2, while another group painted Mini Mission 1. 5 joy tours shared food, candy, toys, and clothing in Acuña neighborhoods. The puppet team entertained children at a local elementary school. 2 upper room dinners were shared with Mexican pastors, this being the only restaurant meal for the entire year for many of them. In Nuevo Laredo, we built 9 homes, all of them being built in one day. At Stepping Stone Border Mission, the team kept very busy putting up drywall, painting, constructing a patio soffit, and laying ceramic tile. Howard donated the $6,000 to purchase the tile to complete the bathhouse. Many projects were carried out in Reynosa. An entire church was completed for one appreciative pastor and his congregation in 2 days. At Refugio de Niños Orphanage, a dorm room was built, while another group of men worked on the dining hall at the orphanage. 3 apartments were constructed at Big Heart Orphanage. 2 more tours brought joy to local neighborhoods with food, toys, and clothing. 3 storage rooms were added on at the Border Mission in Hidalgo, Texas. 18 teenagers from Josiah and Bethany Orphanage enjoyed a special outing of bowling with some of our men. A sobering time for some of the men came when visiting the local prison, where for the dilapidated, hopeless conditions reminded them of their own blessings. 3 puppet shows entertained adults and children alike, while the audience at the Dome Church exceeded 2,000 people. A highlight of each trip is taking part in the services at the Dome Church. 2 languages worshiping one God, united in one spirit. At the festivals following the services, over 1,800 children enjoyed bounces, a bucking bull, clowns, games, face painting, popcorn and cotton candy, and more than 2,500 hot dogs were eaten. Matamora's schedule was much lighter, but the visit to Magdiel Bible College was a highlight for many. Meeting with 52 students who will one day be involved in ministry with the Mexican Nationals was very encouraging. Each year, Power strives to lift up the students, encouraging them. This year, they reached out to us in thanksgiving and gratitude. We had a worship time, we had testimonies, a great fajita lunch, a puppet show, and a lively soccer game, all added to the success of the day. Power also donated money to the school so that a new bathroom could be installed in the boys' dorm. And so, there is a glimpse at the many projects that the Lord empowered us to accomplish. Along with the projects completed this year, Power also gave away 11,500 Spanish Bibles, 1 Spanish Braille Bible. 17 scholarships were given to students at the Magdiel College. Power supplies all of the food for the entire year at the college. Power also financially supports all ministries on the border that we visit. We bought 350,000 pounds of rice and beans, bought 117 new tables and chairs for churches on the border and the Bible school, delivered over 900 dozen eggs, delivered over 350 blankets, and gave out 700 soccer balls. We handed out 1,200 hats and beanies, 5,000 T-shirts, and 1,500 gloves and mittens. And we also supplied 20,000 lollipops. There you have our 2009 trip. In the first 9 years of Power, 526 men have committed their time, treasures, and talent to take part in this journey. And in turn, the Lord has changed their lives and the lives of those they've served. If you'd like to join the team, in January of 2010, Power Ministry will celebrate its 10th year of missions trips on the Texas-Mexico border.